Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Today is the 28th of June 2026. We're fast approaching July, so I thought we'd just do short video for July and August for every ascendant and also moon sign, because it's good to read your chart from the moon sign just to see how the transit feel. So I'm going to just go through the transits so we can actually have a look at them. Let's just have a look at the chart for this period. Excuse me. Okay, as you can see, obviously Saturn has been in Pisces for a while and will carry on being there for a period of time still. But it will actually go retrograde on the 27th of July. And we'll also have got Jupiter, which is again going to be in Cancer for a while. So Saturn has, for all of us, has an impact on Taurus, has an impact on Virgo, and also on Sagittarius. So, as well as obviously, rules Capricorn and Aquarius too. So, very important planet. We put effort into where the third aspect is. The seventh aspect is highly respectful, and where we have all our honor and commitment, loyalties. And 10th from it is obviously how it's projected onto the world. Excuse me, I'm just going to cough. Excuse me. Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter rules obviously Sagittarius and Pisces, and it's going to be aspect in Pisces, aspect in Saturn, which is great because excuse me, Pisces is a sign of spirituality and letting go of just mundane things that are not true, really. They're just like we are in a material world. It's letting go of all those kind of things and seeing the bigger picture. So by both these two planets having an impact on Pisces, it's very important. I'm sure on the hashtags you've seen the Great Awakening, that people are waking up, people are just seeing that things are not as they seem, all that kind of stuff. So Pisces, by the nature of Jupiter aspect in it, is being protected. So that's a very, very good sign. It also rules, as I said, Sag and Pisces, but it's having three aspects, just like Saturn. So it's aspect in Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces, as we mentioned. So having a massive impact on those, and also Cancer. And actually, if you look at the beginning of the month, it's on the degree that is the most kind of, well, that's the degree, 5 degrees when it's exalted. But it's an exaltation sign. So, Jupiter is pretty strong. And then we have the nodes. So nodes are going to be for a while still in Aquarius for Rahu, which is co-rules it with Saturn. So that's great. Rahu rules technology, new things, and all kind of, I would say, kind of rules people who are not kind of different species, who are not particularly human, high dimensional, other dimensions, outer dimensions, those sort of people too, which disclosure about that's coming out. It's also rules AI. So new, particularly in Shatabisha, it's all to do with here 1,000 or 100 healers, as they say. So it's like by the time it comes out of there and goes into Capricorn, that there's going to be new modalities coming out for health and healing. So things are going to really move forward after that, this transit. For K2 is obviously in Leo. Leo is a sign of celebrities, famous people, royalty, big leaders, things like that. And by the nature of that being there in Leo, we know that it's actually as we have seen, many of the Hollywood greats have passed away. You can just have a look. Just has been so many people. I mean, a lot of them have been very, very old anyway. But just so there's loads of people passing away, lots of changes going on, and also what it does is Sun will be there with it on the 18th. So I think there's going to be maybe in August 18th August. So I think there could be like a major passing away of a royalty or a very sort of significant figure in the world of politics or influence, basically. So that's happening with the nodes. So actually, Rahu is also aspecting Gemini from where it is, and it's also aspecting Libra. And K2 is aspecting the Aries and also Sagittarius. So this has been going on for a while anyway, and I have actually done a video about Sagittarius. You know, it's such an important sign for the remainder of this year. And you'll also see that Mercury will retrograde back to Gemini, and where the Sun is at the moment, and it's again going to have an impact on Sagittarius. So lots going on there. But all the personal planets, one by one, they're coming through, and we'll see them going on to Virgo by the time we finish August. So just wanted to say that Venus is not in a good condition. Venus being obviously the most important feminine planet for everyone. It's in Cancer, which is unfriendly towards, doesn't like being with Jupiter for one thing, doesn't like the moon, so they don't. Venus doesn't like Cancer, but moon likes Venus's sign. It's kind of odd, but anyway. But then it goes into Leo, which are enemies. Sun is enemy to Venus and Venus to the Sun. And then it goes into its debilitation sign, even though it's only really debilitated at 28 degrees. But nonetheless, it's a sign that is like really is a critical, it's digests and dissects everything. And, there's like a post-mortem goes on in that sign. So it's not really in keeping with what Venus is all about. So anyway, this is like an overview of that's going on. For me, the things that really stand out is that obviously Mercury goes retrograde and Saturn goes retrograde. And also the other thing that's interesting to know as well, for me, I think one of the signs that's quite troubling to Mars is Gemini. Mars in Gemini is quite a difficult one, so I would imagine we're going to have like some crazy times because of that happening during this period, and in 3rd of August. So it's just very, very interesting time to watch it. Not only does it go into Gemini, but also we have 2 eclipses happening, but which are, the first one is more really the solar eclipse happening on 12th of August. It's really more to do with, you can see more on the zodiac, tropical zodiac. But definitely we have the 28th of August as well, where we have the partial lunar eclipse occurring in Aquarius. So it's like really interesting time going on there. So these for me really stand out. But anyway, let's just walk through and just see what we can see from this this period for the ascendant. So, hello, thank you so much for joining me. This is for Virgo Ascendant and Virgo Moon for July and August 2026. Hope all is well. I'm just going to very quickly run through the major events of these 2 months. Let's go. So you guys have had Saturn on your 7th house for a very long time, and it's obviously this month is going to go retrograde. So let's just see what's going on. So for me, when I looked at this, I'm going to start on the 5th, where we have, let's go on the 5th of July. Here we go. So basically on the 5th of July, we have Venus going into your 12th house. Obviously for Venus, this next 2 months are not going to be easy, because Venus has been in Cancer, and now obviously gone into Leo, enemy sign, doesn't like Moon either. So difficult in Cancer and Leo, and Virgo is just too much about detail and being critical and analysing. So Venus doesn't like that. So it's obviously debility sign, even though it's really at just 28 degrees. But having said that, it's going towards that. It's been weak anyway, so now it's going into that. So it's really good to look after yourself, your family, your females in your work, family, friends, etc., etc., etc. And obviously, we all have a feminine side, so whether we're male or female, so it's really good to look after yourself and not just be working and achieving all the time. So, and that could happen because you've got like Sun in your 10th house. So anyway, let's go. We have Venus in Leo, but Venus is with a friend, and Venus also likes being in the 12th house. So it's not all lost, so that's pretty good. And it's really a great time if you want to use the energy well. It's 3rd house ruler K2 in the 12th house. So learning languages, foreign languages could be quite easy, especially because Venus rules your 2nd and also your 9th house. So that could be a really good way to put that in use. And then we have on the 7th, we have Mercury going retrograding back into own sign Gemini. Obviously, Gemini rules your 1st and 10th house. It's going back in own sign with the sun, so it makes you kind of really shine at work as such. So not a bad thing. But obviously, because sun is there, it could be that a job is coming to an end, or you've been working remotely or working abroad, being on a secondment, something like that, of that nature too. Some could also be retiring from a job. Now let's go. The next big thing is 14th of July. Okay, so 14th of July, you do have this new moon occurring in your 10th house. Quite interesting, because it could be that you might be wanting to end the job. That's a lot of things going on. 1st, 10th, 11th house rulers and 12th house ruler together. So it could be like a job is shared with your groups, your networks allow you to know about a job, and there's a gain of a job or something. To work with a network, with a charity, with a community project, something of that nature too. So yeah, you're thinking about the new seeds that you want to plant, really, to do with your career, maybe actually even having a second job. And then we have 17th, Sun goes into Cancer with friends Jupiter, and Jupiter for you is a good planet, rules your 4th and 7th house, and it's in sitting there with an exalted Jupiter, which is quite nice. And it makes you a bit more spiritual as well when 12th house ruler is in. You want to be with networks and groups that are actually have similar thoughts and they're on the same page as you. And then on the 24th, Mercury goes direct. Very good, because all those things that you're thinking and you're planting seeds for can actually have some form of direction and going full speed ahead now. Having said that, on the 27th, Saturn goes retrograde. I have to say, I don't mind Saturn retrograde. It's a little bit not so harsh. So that could be really good for your relationships, really, and children and romance, generally speaking, even though it's also 6th house ruler. But sometimes it could be micromanaging our partner or something like that when 5th and 6th house ruler are in the 7th house, or micromanaging our children. So it's nice to allow them to be kids, etc., and just not being hard on yourself either. But anyway, you're getting lots of respect from other people as well. Having Saturn in your 7th house, it's got directional strength. It's very good. Very respected position. And on the 30th of July, we have a full moon occurring for you. So this is happening for you in your 5th house. And 5th and 11th house axis. So it's quite nice. It's all to do with, like spirituality, resting, being with family, being with your spouse. That's just like the bigger picture of just like what I want to do for my family, what I want to do with my, you know, elder sibling or my groups, you know, that kind of thing. Your wishes and your desires, you really kind of want to pursue them as such. And then let's go straight to the next month, go to the 2nd of August. So now we have a situation where, actually, just want to say, Venus on your ascendant, it's your 2nd and 9th house ruler in the 1st house. So that's actually quite nice. It creates lovely yogas for you. So being aware of that. But obviously Saturn rules 6th house, so it does spoil that. But you do look radiant and gorgeous, so make the most of that too. Anyway, on the 2nd, we have obviously Virgo on your ascendant now, and then on the 3rd we have Mars going into Virgo. Now Mars in the 10th house is fantastic, just like the Sun in the 10th house is good. Again, another directional strength is given to, you know, Mars. Both Mars and Saturn have got directional strength, which is great. But obviously it's not a great sign. You know, it doesn't like Mercury. Definitely is the weakest sign for it to be in Gemini. So just want to be like aware of our kind of how we are with other people, our speech, because also rules the 3rd house. It's in the house of communication, and just be cautious with that, with other people that you work with. And yeah, but you know, it could also be that you're doing lots of research and things, you know, writing papers at work and producing really good work. It definitely makes you put energy and effort into your 10th house of work. And then obviously Mercury then goes into on the 6th, it goes into Cancer. So Mars is not as agitated, it's more agitated by the sign than with Mercury and the sign give it agitation. So on its own now it can actually perform better. It's great for engineering, that, you know, and technology, stuff like that. And let's see what happens then. But the next important date I would say is the 12th. Okay, on my chart you can't really see it because I use mean nodes, but we basically have got a solar eclipse occurring in Astrology, in Cancer. So for you guys, what's happening here is that you have for you it's 11th house, magnifies your 11th house. This is where it's occurring. So it's like all about like yourself, your work. Jupiter rules 4th and 7th house as well. So all your angle houses are involved in this. Your first, 4th, 7th and 10th. Also, obviously Sun, because it rules your 12th house, and you know, so, and Moon, obviously 11th house. So it's very important. All your major things in your life are really being in focus. You're really thinking about what do I want to, what is going to be unveiling to me after this. So all about these kind of things that you want to really kind of concentrate on. And then we have the next big one is Leo Sun. Sun goes into Leo on the 18th. Okay, Sun with K2. So now we have 12th house ruler is in the 12th house, nice and strong. K2 3rd house ruler there, great for foreign languages if you want to learn something, and travel, because 3rd and 12th house are both traveling. And also K2 takes the ego off the Sun as well, so it's a much more of a spiritual and down to earth Sun rather than ego, me, so it's quite good. And then on the 23rd we have Mercury going in Leo too. And you know, Mercury feels debilitated in the 12th house, but obviously it's there with a couple of friends, friendly with both K2, Sun, and a friendly sign to it, but doesn't feel great in the 12th house. It's not very good at the big picture. So, and then we finish the next big thing happening this month is the partial lunar eclipse that occurs on the 28th. So let's go to the 28th. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Sorry guys, let's go back. Pressing the wrong one. Keep going. Right, apologies for that. So anyway, this is occurring basically in what would be your sixth house of work, service to others, service to yourself, how you manage yourself, how you eat, your nutrition, how you exercise, how you deal with your debts, discord, and all those kind of things. Managing yourself, that is definitely what is happening. And so basically, first and 10th house ruler, 12th house ruler, 3rd house ruler, and also 6th house ruler and 11th house ruler. So there's lots going on, things that are unveiling after this eclipse. Things become much more evident for you. It really is, you know, very spiritual time. It's all about your lineage. Marga, where this is happening, is really is about ancestral lines and things that you're letting go. Maybe you're one of those people who's doing the work for the family and getting rid of the karmas that are within the family lineage, and you're getting rid of that. That is happening quite a lot actually at the moment. So putting things right, and it can be a little bit difficult for the one in the family has taken the responsibility to do this job, but that's the reason why we're into astrology and they're so seeing the bigger picture. But obviously we don't want to feel like the victim of this. We want to be just like taking it and just like really get on with it. And pretty soon after this, you know, once we go into September, things will unveil and become much more easier from there, you know, when things you know, are much more clear for you. And that's it. So have a great month and I'll see you soon. Thank you. A couple of months, I should say.